During our shows last night, Countryman and Point Shooter had some wonderful topics, and I wanted to share those with you guys. Countryman's been touching on hand tools, not electric, not battery, good old-fashioned hand tools. What kind of hand tools do you have, and what can you build with your hand tools? You need to think about that, because you can have solar, and you can have battery, and you can have this, and you can have that, but if you got to go out in the woods and get wood, what are you going to use? You're only going to have gasoline for so long. You're only going to have electricity for so long. And you may have to come up with other options. Hand tools don't eat anything. Doesn't cut into your battery bank, doesn't run into your gasoline or anything else like that. Hand tools, extremely important. Learning how to cook with your preps, things that you prepare and set back and other stuff. Now, your self-reliance, self-sufficiency comes back on that. Just because you're storing it up and prepping it, you know what to do with it. You know how to cook with it. You know what it's going to taste like. Better start learning now. Point Shooter show, he talked about water and how to store water. Having a huge cistern is great, but if you're a person like me in an apartment, where are you going to put that water and how are you going to put it? I can't put 55 gallons of water here, there, and everywhere in my apartment. One, the wife doesn't like them for end tables. Maybe she doesn't like the big blue barrel, I don't know. The other thing is moving that water is very hard. Speaking on moving water, if your water quits flowing, where are you going to get water from? Now me, I'm lucky. I can go right here in the woods, there's a creek. Okay, less than 100 yards away, there's a creek right there that I can go into and I can get water. Now, can I drink that water? Absolutely not. Why? Because storm runoff. It is fed by a spring, but it is storm runoff. So it also has everything from the streets way on up the hill behind me that come down into that creek. Oils, gasoline, pesticides, not good, not good. There is a separate pond that has been put in that is actually spring fed right down the road from me here, about 300 yards. It is good water, has fish in it, lots of wildlife, and it is drinkable water. Yes, you have to, filter it out first or purify it, but it is drinkable water. I can boil it out and use it. Now, getting that water that I can use from 300 yards down the road back to the house, okay, making it a trip worthwhile. Well, you guys can say, well, you can drive down there. Well, what if I don't have gasoline anymore? What if I'm still here and I don't have power and I don't have fuel and I've been here for a while? I probably would stay here. I have a fallback location. But if I did, I have a dolly that I can put containers on to bring the water back. Then I have other containers here that I can store the water in, so I can make multiple trips on a good day. Remember, there may be a time where I'm injured and I can't go down to get the water, so I need to store the water here so that I can have a couple of days worth of water to use so I don't have to make that trip. What if it's snowing really deep? What if it's, really bad weather out? What if I'm hurt, can't get down there? Still need to have water here. So being able to store water. Now, some people say, well, I'll store it in 55-gallon barrels. Like I said, the wife doesn't particularly care for big blue barrels for end tables, but we have smaller containers. We have bottled water. We have 2 liters we can use for water. We have 5-gallon jerry cans we can use for water. Well, being able to store that weight on the second floor that I am, you guys can tell the grass is down there, I'm on the second story. Well, I don't want it to wind up in my neighbor's, okay? So you got to think about the weight too with what you're storing. Smaller containers, I can spread the weight out around instead of just having one spot with, a few 100 pounds sitting there. So these are things you need to think about. Well, the guys did a great job on the show last night, both Countryman and Point Shooter, and I want to touch on those subjects. Hand tools, water, using what you have, and knowing where to get more. All right, I'll catch you guys around the cabin. Thanks for watching.